whoa,
wrong side.
whoa, wrong side, wrong side. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
And we'll do it again. Woo! Welcome back. I was going to say everybody. Let's welcome back, Fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
Yeah, I look very white today. Don't I? I look ghostly.
You're ghastly pale. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. I'll adjust these a little bit.
Well, the black and white is good. It's like a Vincent Price. If you had a little fireplace behind you or something.
That's yeah. Anyway, welcome back, Fuzzy. We are here for one good scare on a different night because Mr. Keegan is going out trick-or-treating because he's a child. But, we are back for all the shenanigans, all the news and reviews, horror-related gubbins. There's been some good stuff just today. Yeah. As Fuzzy says, Scream news, shocked, I say. Yeah. We've got Fuzzy saying to sort it out. We're straight on it, Fuzzy. We knew, mate.
I knew as the intro video was loading, I'm like, wait, are we on the right side? And then we came on, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
We've got user GF4IC3BC4P. Is Peter dead? I wish. I'd welcome the rest. I have to be honest. It would be nice. It would be nice just to take it easy. Do you know what I mean?
Nobody disturb you for a little bit.
Fuck me. Yeah. Fuzzy, it's almost like I'm the only real one. Absolutely, Fuzzy. Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway, Mr. Keegan, how have you been?
Very good. Stop, look, and listen. It's Halloween. I'm very excited, Pete. I have to say that. It's my favorite time of year. I'm very. I
have no
Halloween,
more of that, please.
Halloween kills, man. Peter Antel. Stop, look, listen. It's Halloween. It's a good one. I enjoy it.
Okay. User JF4IC3BC4P. It's SM. I don't know why it's changed. She's incognito. You could have gone the entire show without telling me that.
The big S on the logo gave it away a little bit. I
don't know. That could have been anybody. It could have been, I don't know, Sonia, Shakespeare, anyway. Simon. No, Simon doesn't know how to switch a computer on. She could have asked for anything, and we could have, never mind. We've got Fuzzy Dunlop Bot. Anyway, Mr. Keegan. Lots to get through tonight, so should we just crack on because there's tons of friggin' news.
Let's crack on. We got like so many because we weren't here a couple of weeks ago for the Love of Horror, which we'll be talking about a little bit later. But there's been so much news. Like, it's October, of course. There's loads of news, but like we have tons of trailers, good few things to review and stuff as well. So we'll just crack on. So we talked about this a little bit on the Tuesday show, but just for the horror fans or anyone that missed that, Something Is Killing the Children is getting an animated series adaptation and then a live action something. Is that right, with Blue House?
Yes, that's correct. Now, just before we get into it, just before people start kicking off about duplication, James has done the slides this week, so any anger directed towards Mr. Keegan, please. But yes, this is Something Is Killing the Children, a classic. I'm saying a classic. A very, very good comic book that's been out for a good few years now by James Tinian. I think it's got a number of spin-offs now. There's like the House of Slaughter and all that jazz. I've read the first 2 hardback volumes of this, and I did like it. It is good. It's been rumbled and rumoured for yonks about it going to get a series of some kind, and now we know that it's definitely going ahead. It's, like you say, animated show. We don't know if it's going to be a feature-length movie or a TV series.
TV show would make more sense for me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think horror companies are very much into the fact that, The Last of Us and The Walking Dead made big bucks. So I think the thought will jump on that. And this would be ideal for that, really. So I'm quite excited.
I can absolutely see this being like the thing everyone's talking about when it comes out. It's that kind of story and setup, and depending on the tone of it. Blumhouse, it's in good hands. I'm trying to think TV-wise what they've worked on, because I only really know movies. I don't know if they're connected to like a HBO or a Netflix, or anything like that. I think I'm not 100%. I think they might be doing the Crystal Lake show, and that's on Peacock, so maybe it'll end up on Peacock. Yeah. But I think I'm looking forward to this. I think when the trailer drops, it'll be very exciting seeing Erica Slaughter, come to life. It'll be cool.
We've got Chris. Nice to see you, Chris. Thank you for joining, pal. Fuzzy saying, everybody says it's great, yet nobody seems to still read it. I think people just keep repeating themselves. So, I have to be honest, Fuzzy, I never read it monthly. I read it in they produced some nice slipcase hardbacks. Yeah. So that's how I read it. So I kind of go a year without reading any of it. I really enjoyed the first hardback. I'm going to be honest, it's not the be all and end all. I mean, people kind of really big this up. Efren talks about it all the time. I'm not convinced he reads it, but Efren talks about it all the time. It's a decent story, but it's not amazing. But I think it could do well on TV. But yeah.
Okay. Well,
It won't let me change my username. We've blocked you. We've blocked you, FM. That's what it is.
I have been doing that lately with people. So. I know. I think for some reason it's showing the ats instead of the actual names of the things. Usually it's like it'll be Chris Bell or whatever, but now it's like the at both barrels Bell. So I don't know. Anyway, it's very same to me.
Agree. Yeah.
This is exciting. Stranger Things season. We'll talk about the trailer. It just dropped today as well. You had a chance to watch that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they have announced that the finale, which is out on New Year's Eve, is going to be showing in the cinemas. It's getting a theatrical release. So I think that sounds great. Like a fun, go see how it all ends on the big screen. Happy enough to you don't have to leave the house.
I'm happy enough to watch it. I've decided I hate people, so I don't want to go to the cinema and watch it. I want to watch this just at home. And to be fair, Alona doesn't watch this, so I would be dragging her to see the conclusion of something she's not really watched. So yeah, I ain't doing that. Yeah, we've got Joshy Boy.
Will.
Of course you will. We've got Joshy Boy Toys. Nice to see you, pal. Fuzzy, who's going to the cinema on New Year's Eve to see this? James T. Keegan.
Lots of people go to the cinema on New Year's Eve, and then you're out in the city. You're out in the town then, and you can go for your New Year's drinks or whatever.
Right. Okay. Let us be clear, and I've talked to you about this before. All right. Okay. You and a colleague. I'm not going to say his name. You and a colleague are the only people I know that drink like 8 or 9 cans of lager whilst in the cinema.
I have 2 or 3 because I have a bladder.
Most civilized people don't knock cans back when they're watching a film, mate. That's not normal. A Pepsi, fair enough.
No, I mean
19 cans of special brew is not normal.
No, I don't mean you get pissed in the movie. I mean like you go, well, I'll have 2 cans probably.
It's gone down. You said 3 a few minutes ago, so
if 2 or 3, but if it's because this is what 2.5 hours. I'm like, I can't be gone, and I don't want to miss any of it. Is the thing. I suppose I can stick it on Netflix on my phone while I go to the toilet. So
good
thing you wouldn't miss anything at all. Technically, so I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool option for people who like the cinema, and I think it's fun to it's an event. Definitely, the end of Stranger Things. So
especially when obviously you can't handle your drink.
That's very true.
It's very fair. Joshy Boy, it must be a shite film to knock drinks back. Absolutely.
It can enhance or detract from the film, to be honest, depending.
Evening, Andy. Nice to see you, pal. A £20 bucket of popcorn, a 3-gallon Coke, and a tray of nachos. Yes, beer. Absolutely not. See, I'm with you guys.
Cinemas tend to have beer in bottles, so it's the same as bringing your own popcorn. I think it's the equivalent.
An Asda bag full of cans of lager is not the same as bringing
your Asda here, Peter. Excuse me. We got a Tesco. All right, Tesco or Centra.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
Evil Dead Burn has wrapped filming. So there was a little kind of on social media, an 8-second clip of them filming. It's the last day of filming. It might be the last shot that they're filming of the main character just smashing something with a ladder, presumably a deadite or something like that. Looks very cool. Excited that this is we'll probably get a trailer in the next 2 months or so. So this is kind of quickly approach.
What happened there? You broke up. Sorry, I got quick.
Sorry, what did you last hear?
This will be very quick. But maybe that was just my internet dropping.
We'll probably get a trailer in the next couple of months. It's quickly approaching. I think that's quite exciting. It's sneaking up very quick.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the comments. We'll get there in a second. I'm surprised we've not really had much detail about this. I've not heard much about this.
Yeah, I don't even know the concept. I think when Evil Dead Rise, they said it's about it's in a high-rise building, so we actually don't know what Burn is referring to or anything like that. I'm assuming hell or something. They might be going that far with it. But all we know is some of the cast. The guy that sees puppets in Gen V, he's the main character, I think.
I like him. He's good.
Yeah, I like him as well. Yeah, so I'm excited to see him in it, and Rise was so refreshing and cool. And it's just nice that these are coming out on a regular schedule now as well. We get 2 or 3 years between them.
I really enjoyed the last one, so I am looking forward to this. Fuzzy, he doesn't like people using their phones, but alcohol is fine. Have you mentioned your man who knocked back 20 tins in the cinema? No, what happened? So StreamYards, I'm just clocking here. StreamYards doing some weird shit tonight. So, like you said, everybody's at rather than the name. Yeah, name. But I've got question marks all over the comments. Are you seeing that as well, James, or is that just me?
No.
So, like Fuzzy's last one on both barrels, at the corner, it's got like a little weird question mark next to it. Scared to press it in case it blocks them.
Oh, I do see. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's because they have a question mark in it. It's highlighting that it's a question.
Ah, right. Got you.
Yeah, must be. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
fair enough.
It's confusing. Yeah.
Interesting.
There we go.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. What also has wrapped filming? Crystal Lake has wrapped filming as well. So again, we know very little about what this kind of is. There's some casting. We know that Linda Cardellini is playing Mrs. Voorhees. But yeah, that's wrapped. That's I think presumably coming summer next year.
I don't know that I'm overly excited about this. I've been thinking about this because we talk about it quite often. Don't shoot us because it's a horror channel. I don't know that I'm that bothered about Jason. I like Michael. I like Michael Myers. Jason, I don't think's ever really. Have had a modern Jason. Do you know how we've had like a resurgence of Halloween movies? When was the last Jason, other than that thing we watched, the short thing?
2009, there was a kind of a remake, but it's like condensing the first 4 movies. And it's awesome. I would say, like, if you're going to watch one Friday the 13th thing, it should be that. Because it's like, yeah, it's you get the whole backstory. Jason's like shit your pants terrifying in it because he's so fast and everything. I'd love to do that on the channel at some point anyway, because that's a really fun one. It's also set in the same universe as Transformers. There's a character from the Michael Bay Transformers movie that is also in that movie. It's the same character.
Oh, okay.
Literally the same actor playing the same character. Like, it's wild. And Jason kills him. Jason probably isn't even, like, you're going to get kid Jason. There's not going to be an adult Jason in this, I would think.
No.
Unless it's flashbacks to modern day or something like that. There's 2 storylines going on.
SM loves James. Jesus. I think all of you should change your names to FD loves James as well. Yeah. Just to show a bit of...
Everybody loves James.
Yeah. Andy, you going to do it?
No. So, new business. John Carpenter has signed on to do an anthology television show. I don't know how like actually involved he is. He's doing the score, and it's called John Carpenter Presents. So we don't know if it's over a series like American Horror Story, or if it's going to be like episode by episode. But like a cool Carpenter-y anthology series sounds really fun.
Not gonna lie. Thought he was dead. I thought John Carpenter died.
No, he's still knocking around.
I mean, he looks dead, but I thought he died. I mean, that would be interesting. Is he? He must be a canny age.
Oh, he'd be 90 odd at this point, I would think. Halloween was nearly 50 years ago. You'd have been. He'd be like 80s, like 81.
So I'm going to say something. I'm just clocking that my hair's gone like weird. I sound like James bloody McAvoy, but my hair's gone very. I'm just right. I'm saying something rude here about myself and other people.
Okay.
As you get older, you do start to decline. Do you know what I mean? You lose touch a little bit with the youth of today, and perhaps you're not as hot as you once were in terms of your cognitive ability.
Yes.
Are we really excited about a 90-year-old man doing this?
Well, I don't think creatively he's that involved in it. Like, he might pitch a story or two. I think he's hosting it as well.
Okay. Oh, so he's a crop kicker. I
think so, actually. And then like, he's doing the score, and like, I think it just even like alone the score, John Carpenter's score always like adds that Carpenter feeling to things. Yeah. So like, that's actually the thing I'm probably most looking forward to, is new tracks out of it.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on this.
Fuzzy's saying the same. He thinks it'll be like John Carpenter Presents comics. He's got nothing to do with anything. He just slapping his name on, and it's funding his nursing home or something.
I mean, he worked hard,
Yeah,
make
absolutely.
that bank. Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I tend to think that people should just kind of gracefully leave. Do you know what I mean?
Well, but when they do that, people are just like, "Oh, come back." Like Tarantino.
I don't know.
Nobody wants Tarantino to wrap up after the next movie.
Obviously I equate it to... I mean, Tarantino's not at that stage yet, I would argue. No. But I equate it to some of the comic book icons. Fuzzy, don't shoot us. Frank Miller. Do you know what I mean? Time to just go, mate. Stop doing it. You're embarrassing your legacy now. Could you imagine John Carpenter puts out whatever this new show is, if it's utter dog shit, and he's got his name all over it? That's what people are going to kind of John Carpenter.
I mean, he's not done it. He's not actually directed. Like, he hasn't directed a movie in 20 years, and he's not done a good movie in 30. So, you know, like he's even now isn't what he was back then. But this is one I'll keep an eye on. I like a good anthology, so looking forward to it.
Fuzzy's down. You're right, Fuzzy. He's down with the kids. He's down with kids. But I'm laughing mainly, Mr. Keegan.
Yeah.
Chris Bell has learned nothing from previous issues. Nothing. As hilarious as it is, I've done it again. Looks like I'm stuck.
Great. Okay.
He's stuck with that name for a while. James's Monster Pro.
I'll take it. Why not? I wonder if this is going to translate over to Triple G as well. Are they going to come up as apps
Can
now
you imagine?
as well? Yeah.
The only one who embarrass themselves are the ones who slag Uncle Frank off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So Chuck Russell, who directed this, Fuzzy's going to give out because this is a guy says he wants to do a thing, but it comes from a director from the series, so I think it has some weight. But he directed Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors, which a lot of people regard at least after the first movie is the best in the series. So he wants to do a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and he wants Jim Carrey to play him. Curious what you think of that.
Love it. So I actually had this down to talk about on Tuesday because I didn't think you would say this one. I love me a bit of Jim Carrey. And he is batshit crazy, and he does kind of batshit crazy stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he plays serious roles as well, he's absolutely fantastic in them. You know, what's that one? Spotless Mind, Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I always think of the number 23 as well.
Yeah, that Kick-Ass too. He plays a silly character in that, but he's still very, very good. You know, and I don't class not Friday the 13th. Sorry,
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy. I don't class Freddy as a serious horror. It's got horrific elements to it, but I love Robert Englund's portrayal because he's a bit kooky, he's a bit funny.
Oh, he turns into Roadrunner by the end of it.
Does.
And that's the entertaining part of those later movies, you know. But he's always got a sense of humor.
Exactly.
He's got catchphrases and stuff.
And I think Jim Carrey could absolutely nail that.
I think
the only thing that would knock this back is Jim Carrey. Well, I mean, Freddy's not really gun violence, is he? But Jim Carrey's made a big hoo-ha a while back, didn't he, about not promoting Kick-Ass because he doesn't agree with violence on screen. He'll do cartoon violence like Sonic, but he doesn't want to do anything that he equates to violence anymore.
Yeah.
Fuzzy's with us. Fuzzy's straight there. Sorry.
It's anti-violence, isn't he?
Yes,
too, because of the violence. Is it like Kick-Ass is like realistic violence is with weapons and stuff, whereas Freddy's like a monster. You know, he's playing. It would just be an adult version of like the Grinch. You know, and I think his we've seen him in makeup doing characters, and he's amazing at it. So I would if he was cast, I'm sure there'd be backlash, but I would be confident he'd do a great job. You know, with the tone of the movie that they would be going for. Yeah. But I mean, I think it'd be cool. Kevin Bacon was another name thrown around for it, and I thought that'd be awesome as well.
Yeah, I'd like Kevin Bacon doing it as well.
Yeah, I just want him to do another one. We're gonna be talking Black Phone 2 earlier, and the reason I love that was because it had like Freddy vibes to it. So.
Symbiotic, Fuzzy, symbiotic. Yeah. But no, I think this would be good, James. I'd like that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Ed Wood? Tim Burton?
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of it and couldn't get away with it, to be honest. I don't think I watched the full thing. Yeah.
My favorite Tim Burton movie. My favorite biopic movie. So it stars Johnny Depp, but Ed Wood was a kind of B-movie director, like considered the worst director in the world at the time. In the 50s, he did Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is considered one of the worst movies ever made. But in that movie, so he had a really good friendship with Bela Lugosi in his kind of later years. Who's the actor who played Dracula in the 30s, Dracula. Yeah. So the writers of Ed Wood are doing a Bela Lugosi biopic. So I don't know, maybe it's literally a prequel to the Ed Wood, and there'll be references to that or something like that. But Leonardo DiCaprio is producing. I love Ed Wood so much. Like, I'm like, yeah, I want to see in that kind of. It has a bit of a zany tone to it, and if you translate that over to the Dracula stuff, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds. I can't say that that's something that would appeal to me to rush to the cinema to see.
Yeah,
but I would probably watch it if it was on Netflix or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a big Ed Wood aficionado. I don't know much about the films. All I know is that he's highly regarded as a shit director. He made some dreadful films, but other than that, I don't know masses about him.
Well, the highlight of the Ed Wood movie is the guy that, I can't remember the actor's name, but he won the best supporting actor for playing Bela Lugosi in that.
Best what?
Best supporting actor at the Oscars.
All right, okay.
So he's passed away and stuff, so they're gonna be getting a younger actor, because I'd imagine they'd be covering the Dracula kind of period. But like, it was a really interesting guy, really interesting story of how he kind of felt robbed of stardom kind of as his career went on, and Boris Karloff started getting more of the he was typecast as Dracula, and Boris Karloff started getting more of the credit for the kind of Universal stuff. Got replaced in a couple of movies and stuff. It could be a really cool film. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of it.
Okay, sounds good.
Curse of La Llorona is getting a sequel. This is just kind of this nearly slipped me by, and I found it the other day. You've seen Curse of La Llorona? La Llorona?
I'm sorry. Me and Fuzzy, I think, are on the same.
Best porn. I said
that's exactly what I heard, Fuzzy, which is why I said. What do you say? Because that's exactly where my head went. Yeah. Now, moving away from that, is this in the Conjuring universe? Did we talk about this with Sorrel a few weeks back, and you said it was cack?
Yeah, we talked about it in our Conjuring video as well. So it's when it was filmed to be part of the Conjuring universe. There's a character from, I think, Annabelle. Like one of the detective characters that's in that movie as well. But it's not actually labeled as a Conjuring universe film. It just says from the producers of the Conjuring. And the way they do the poster makes it look like it's an official Conjuring movie. So it's in the universe, but it's not part of the series. But it is often considered like the worst of those movies.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they're going for a sequel for that. It's a new director. I wasn't familiar with what he's done. He did a couple of other movies that were apparently really good. I'm not super familiar with them, but I would like to see them do it properly, like do it right, do a good movie with it. So I'm on board for another one and see how it goes.
Okay. I mean, will it be a direct sequel, do you think, or will it be a standalone kind of thing?
Just standalone. I'd imagine standalone. Just La Llorona. New family that's just targeting or something,
I know nothing about that kind of monster or the background to it or anything like that. So yeah. But okay.
Revenge. Yeah. So this, you sent me this today, Peter. I've been kind of reading in there. So Catherine Cochran, who is a lovely actress that we saw live last year for the Love of Horror, she was doing a Terrifier kind of screening, talking over the movie. So she is suing Damien Leone and the Terrifier production company for breach of contract. So apparently she accepted the SAG in her contract. She accepted $100 a day, which is the SAG minimum to do Terrifier, and that she would be given 1% of the profits of the entire franchise going forward. And she's only been given about $8,000 so far for it, which is crazy. Because I'd imagine like between merch. The movies themselves, like Terrifier 3 got a theatrical release, like it's probably in the region of 80-90 million that's made. So she should be getting like 800 grand, a million quid or something like that. So yeah, like it's unfortunate. Like she some of the other things that she mentioned, she's like alleging that like she wasn't notified that she'd be doing a nude scene prior to filming. Some harassment things like photographers taking photos of her while she was undressed without permission, other kind of things like that. And she actually did mention like getting injured on the set, I remember.
Yeah,
when they were showing the scene last year.
So I guess it's interesting, this one. I think for me there are three different elements to it. There's the sexual side of things, where she's claiming that, I think what she said was there's supposed to be a document she signs to say that she gives permission for them to use her breasts, view them. She didn't sign that, apparently. I mean, she still went ahead and filmed it and knew it was in the film and all the rest of it. So that's a little bit... She absolutely should have been paid what she's due. And I think the way the article describes it is once Terrifier 2 and 3 started making big money, the checks basically stopped. So she's basically going after them to say, I should have gotten it, which is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
The element which I'm more kind of interested in is she very clearly talked to her. There's a big scene in this, guys, if you've not seen it, where she was hung upside down for a long period of time. She actually got a brain injury. She explained to her that she ended up with a
brain hemorrhage or something like that.
Swelling of her brain. So she's definitely due compensation for that. Without a shadow of a doubt. you know. Just makes it really awkward because she was very positive about the franchise and about
Yeah, that is the weird
Damien
thing. Why now? You know, I know it's like because they started making more money. Like Terrifier 3 came after that, but like it's sort of it is just interesting.
And I
why
guess
wait
that's
this
what I
long.
mean about. That's what I mean about. And I'm not, you know, I obviously know nothing about the detail of it, but in my head, it sounds very much like if you get a solicitor or a lawyer involved in any kind of court case, they'll look through every avenue, and the missing signature on the bit of paper about, oh, you never signed to say, you know, you were going to show yourself naked on screen, kind of feels like something they would find when it's a case of, well, actually, you knew what you were doing at the time, you knew you were on screen, you knew what was in the script, all that kind of stuff. That element of it feels like the lawyer, we found they haven't
A
signed
retroactive
something.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Whereas the other stuff, I 100% think the poor woman was hurt on set, and if she's got a contract that says you get a percentage of the box office, then there's no getting away from that. You get a percentage of the box office for all future franchises, I believe, is the thing.
It was merch and everything, the entire franchise gross. So like the NECA figures, you know, she's getting 40 cents for every art figure that gets sold. There's t-shirts and posters with that scene on them, you know, that she's not getting paid for. So yeah, get that bag, girl.
Yeah.
You've earned it. Yeah.
Fuzzy, as he says, sad because it'll definitely affect her getting work going forward. Unfortunately so, whenever you do legal action, it does blacklist you a little bit, which is a shame.
She's not been in much though. She's in that Iceland Kills video, the Terrifier one, wasn't she, as well?
But it's a shame
seen her
because,
now,
like I say, she does a lot of the cons, and there was someone in the article saying that the last panel she was at, she was literally sat with Damien, and she's taken him to court or whatever. So it does, makes things very awkward. But
that's kind of
she's due our money.
It might just be more of an issue with the company, like maybe Damien
Yes.
Leon's not like it's on her side. You know, you never know. We'll find out more now as that develops anyway. So speaking of For the Love of Horror, we were out For the Love of Horror a couple of weeks ago. How did you find the weekend, Peter?
It was good. It's good. It's always a good fun con, that one. I particularly enjoy that one. I like it because I'm an old man. And this is one of the old cons.
On the worst seats. Yeah.
This is one of the only cons where you can literally just sit on your arse and watch panels. And I'm not interested in every one of the panels, but there's always something in every panel to take away and to enjoy listening to, you know?
Yeah.
Even people that I've not heard of or I'm not particularly interested in, there's little tidbits of things to chuck in. We've done a video about it, as you've said. We've done a little short as well of we're going around and asking people what their favourite scary movie. That was a freaking nightmare. That did my tits in, honestly. Not because it was uncomfortable, but it was like the questions were asked was, what's your favourite movie? That was fine, but you'd also asked us to ask, what's your favourite kill?
Yeah.
And it was like pulling bloody teeth. And it was like, oh, come back in 10 minutes. It was like, I'm not showering all of that.
Do people not horror fans should know off the top of their head what their favorite movie, or be able to think of it in 5 seconds what their favorite kill is. It was good. The video turned out great though, I have to say now. So I had a bit more of a chill one this time. I only got one. I was supposed to get a Skeet Ulrich and a Matthew Lillard photo as well, and they cancelled. But I got Jamie Kennedy. I met him. I got him to sign my screen poster, so I have a few signatures on that now. I got him to write "Never Say I'll Be Right Back" on it. And he was really cool. Like even in the photo, he like before I left, he goes, "Oh, where are you from? Like you don't sound like you're from Liverpool." And I'm like, "Well, we're in Manchester."
Yes, but let's be honest, Mr. Keegan. Why do you think he said that?
Because he was he probably
off his tits. He was
coffee,
off his tits the entire convention. The guy was absolutely,
Yeah.
He was
a delight though. Like, and even like, as you said, we were at a few panels. The screen panel was just chaos, like absolute chaos. And we'll be talking about Scream 7 later with the trailer, but we got some like leaks basically from the movie at it as well.
It was really interesting, the panel, because you've got, and James, you know the names, I don't. You've got Randy. What you call him? You've got the female detective there. I can't remember her name.
Judy Hicks.
Hicks, yeah. Then you've got the original detective, and
Sheriff,
then you've got the guy who was the body of this
Ghostface.
Ghostface. And it was really interesting. The two older guys, I thought were really good, really engaged with the fans, stuff like that. Randy, off his face, running around the stage, just standing up and randomly saying shit. The young lady in the middle there looked completely uncomfortable throughout the entire thing because she's obviously a professional actor and was like so out of place amongst the madness and chaos.
There was a point where, because one of them wasn't even, like, Lee Waddell was not supposed to be on that panel.
Yeah, he's wandered on.
Panel the next day. He just came on anyway, just for shits and giggles. But there's a point where, like, Jamie Kennedy was, like, standing behind the sofa and then Lee Waddell was just walking around the stage. It was so weird, but no, it was great. It was that was probably the most entertaining panel that we had there. And Jamie Kennedy, they sort of just slipped. So like this has not been announced for Scream 7, but they basically slipped that he's in Scream 7 because the Judy Hicks actress says like, "Oh, you're in that, aren't you?" And he goes, "Shh, you're not supposed to say that." Yeah. So it's funny just to leak that on the stage. But yeah, a couple other kind of highlights of panels. I thought Shannon Elizabeth one from Scary Movie. She was really great.
Yeah, she was good.
Dead Meat was really interesting to listen to. I got to ask a question kind of about YouTube and stuff, and he basically said, "I wish you the best of luck," because it's hard nowadays.
He came across very well, I have to say.
He's lovely guy. Yeah, absolutely. I hope to see him at another convention down the road. Yeah. And then Ted Raimi,
my favorite.
What a gentleman! Just an absolute delight. I thought the entire time on stage.
Now I've never, and this is again my lack of knowledge. This is on me, not I've never really been acknowledged him in anything because I've always just thought of him as that's Sam Raimi's brother, and Sam Raimi sticks him in his films to give him a bit of a kind of a nod to that. But actually he was superb, and when he started reeling off all the films he's been part of, I was like, oh yeah, of course you were in that Spider-Man, of course you were a good part in that.
Hoffman. Yeah, he's good. It's Hoffman, yeah.
So and he was just he was a delight to watch. I really liked him.
Yeah, there's actually a bit of news I didn't have in the slides. Is he is doing a horror like podcast, like kind of conversation show for Screenbox or something like that starting next year. He's hosting it, so that sounds interesting. I'll probably watch that when that comes around. But yeah, like I think panels are great, really great selection of guests this year. I had a great time anyway. So
yeah, it was good.
Video game. I've one video game this time, Peter. You'd be happy to know. Paranormal Activity Threshold. So this has just been announced. This is a first-person kind of sort of Outlast-y kind of horror game. It's an interesting like IP to do a first-person game for like Paranormal Activity. So focused on like CCTV, you think you'd do like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of thing with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just look kind of cool. There's a trailer there with a bit of gameplay in it. If anybody's interested in that one, anyway. I'll see how much it costs when it comes out.
Yeah.
I'm not really first person ones with no combat. I'm a bit like just too spooky for me. So yeah. Just one bit of comic book news. This thing. You familiar with Weird Tales?
No, I'm not heard of that
comic book series. So it is getting a graphic novel for the first time. It's sort of one of those like horror anthology ones from like the 50s. Yeah, I was hoping, I was banking on you knowing a bit about this to be like, oh yeah, I remember this from that time. But yeah, there you go. Evening. That's an interesting cover though, isn't it?
Yeah, nice. I've never heard of Weird Tales. Fuzzy's got a question for you.
Yep. Thoughts on Saudi Arabia buying EA Keegers? Will you boycott them? I don't really buy EA games anyway, because they're mostly focused on FIFA. That makes sense because like they're so invested in football and stuff to like for FIFA. Or I think they call it something else now because they lost the FIFA license. But like I don't play Battlefield, Dead Space Remake I got on PS Plus. Like there's no real EA IPs that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to play that. So yeah, not really, doesn't really affect me anyway. Trailers. So Peter, you showed me games washing, good or bad.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what that means either. Fuzzy, you're gonna have to elaborate. Do you mean like
what's that mean, Physicus?
Rinsing the disc under a tap is what I would I would assume. Trailers anyway. Silent Night, Deadly Night. We got a new trailer. Some of the kills in this are just wild.
Graphic.
Yeah, very, very, very violent. Very in line with Terrifier, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I loved it. Well, I'm saying I loved this. I love the original. The first trailer we saw for this was very in keeping with the original, and I thought, yeah, that's a film Alona I'll probably watch. The Red Band trailer is much more akin to Terrifier. I'm not sure Alona will sit through that. So I don't know if this is going to have pushed it too far for it to be accessible to horror. It will be accessible to horror fans, but I think the Terrifier movies attract a certain type of horror fan. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if
Oh,
this is going
100%.
to push it too far.
Over the top and like super like long and drawn out for kills, you know. Yeah. Hey, Sarl, how's it going?
It's all. Yeah.
They changed the. I watched this when we were in the car on the way for Little Horror, so I can't remember. But they changed the backstory a little bit, like the dynamic with the female character is different in this one than it was in it. I can't remember how, but yeah, it looks like they made some changes. But some of the kills are definitely still there. The antlers kill.
Yeah, the antler one I noticed.
The jumping out. He even says naughty and punish.
He does.
Peter, I'm sure you're happy about that.
Punish.
Yeah.
So I like the trailer. I will go and see it.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I might tell Alona it's a Christmas movie. See if I can get her in the cinema without her realising. Yeah. We'll see. That'll be a nice surprise for a Christmas tree.
A little Christmas tree, exactly.
Yeah. That's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fuck right off with this shit.
Gobblefoot.
Why did you make us watch this?
I was scrolling down Bloody Disgusting, and I just heard this. It's like about a giant. I thought it was a giant turkey. It's not. It's just like a human-sized turkey, which is a puppet on a stick in front of the camera.
I've got no words. Yeah. You know my time is limited. You know how busy I am, and you send us this shite to watch. I was angry with you, James. Angry.
Right.
Crap, and I'm not watching it. I'm not. It was like a homemade movie. It was like me.
It was 100%.
Stuck a chicken on a stick and wandered around and recorded it.
Even the text like was so like Adobe Premiere, like the basic. You know, it was very silly. I promise you, Peter, I'm gonna start proof watching trailers before I put them on the list. Okay,
I appreciate
that. Instead of just picking a movie randomly and then making you watch it and then I go watch it, we'll just decide.
Because there's two of them tonight. This
well,
one
the other one's relevant, I think, because it's one of the free use ones. This one
set my blood pressure up, and then it was like, ow.
This one, I think, literally is just like a student film, basically. Like, oh god, Bloody Disgusting report on any old shit, don't listen.
Red car seafront over again. This will be foul. Bottom bump. I like that. Fuzzy's just saying, games washing is the term for the Saudis now using video games to make them appear less silly and excuse their human rights records.
So there's one example of that I know of, and it's Assassin's Creed Mirage, which got that came out like two or so years ago, and the Saudis funded like free downloadable like expansion pack for it. With a new storyline and stuff like that, which is very unusual for like 2 years after games comes out for free. A free expansion pack is weird. Plus 2 years later for a game that has had a game in the series since as well. So yeah, I've heard that it is just literally like the Saudis fun, to make them look good kind of thing, But that's Ubisoft anyway. But I'm not sure of any other examples of it. But that's one I know about anyway. So
can we get this crap off the screen?
Gobble gobble. So this is Minnie's Midnight Massacre. So this is the newest in the line of free use kids characters being used for horror films. This is Minnie Mouse in like the Willy one, the Screamboat Willy or whatever. He is like a rat man, whereas this just looks like it's a girl in just wearing a Minnie mask.
Yeah,
with a tutu.
Yeah. There's the highlight of this trailer, and I'm saying highlight with tongue-in-cheek, is the horrendous CGI bit where someone opens the mouth and the rats kind of projectile come out.
Oh, that was terrible. That was so bad.
What in the fuck is
that? Was literally like you filmed 2 shots and overlaid them or something. It was very strange. And like the characters look kind of crap. No one looked interesting.
It was just shit.
Yeah.
2 trailers in a row I watched, and I thought I'm gonna next time I see Keegan, I'm kicking him in the balls. That's what I thought.
I'll prep myself for next one.
I'm really getting into my grumpy old man phase of life. Did you see that? I'm like enjoying it.
I thought your feet are planted there for a while, Pete. I think. Okay, good. This one, silly idea, but this one looked quite cool. So Primate. So this is about a pet monkey. Chimp, I suppose, that goes on like a killing spree, goes kind of crazy one day and starts killing everyone. It felt to me very like, and I thought this was a highlight of the movie of Nope. There's a sequence where there's a chimp that goes crazy and kills everyone on like a TV stage. This looks like kind of an expanded version of that.
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
So I saw this trailer at the cinema actually. I can't remember what the last film I watched was, but this was on the big screen. Loved it. So I'm a big fan. One of my first horror memories is of a movie and then a TV show. The movie was called, I want to say, Link, with Terence Stamp in it, and it was a similar kind of premise as this, about a monkey that goes crazy and starts killing people. And I remember back in the day being terrified of it, absolutely terrified of it. And then there was a TV 3-parter or 4-parter or something. I think it was called Chimera or something. And again, it had like an ape creature which had escaped from a facility and was running around the Highlands or whatever, and people were hunting it down. So I've always had this kind of thing about Raji monkeys ripping people's arms off, because they're incredibly powerful animals.
Oh yeah, it'll fuck you up. No problem at all.
So, and I thought this trailer was very cleverly done, and I liked it. I thought the action in it was great. So yeah, I'll be going to see this one. This one I think could be fun.
It's January, I think it's coming out. But I thought the pool sequence was pretty cool. That he can't swim, so they're on a floater, and then he somehow climbs over something to grab one of them out of the pool. It just looked really cool. So yeah, I like that kind of. Your monkeys are cute, but they are so strong that if one of them just wants to kill you, it will, and they do sometimes, So like, it's just really cool. I'm curious, is it a real monkey or is it a puppet or CG or
a real monkey?
Is there a real monkey involved in? Not like obviously not filming all of it, but like, is the whole thing CGI? Because that's really impressive.
I didn't think it was CGI. I thought it was probably Warwick Davis in a suit or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I thought it was. I didn't think it was a real monkey, James. I mean,
they could have got real chimp for parts of it. They had a chimp on Friends, Pete. They could have used the chimp for.
Was that chimp on Friends killing people in a swimming pool, James?
I don't think they're going to make the monkey grab people like and do stunts and shit, but like for the bits where it's just in the corner looking all funny,
That recording of a woman calling the police while her chimp ripped her mate's face off was harrowing.
I will be really disappointed if we don't get a face rip off in this, because that's like a notorious thing that they can do, is they just grab your face and rip it off, like deglove your face completely. My mum had a spider monkey as a pet up until I was born. Really.
Okay.
Has that ever been legal in the UK to have a monkey?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, good old Michael Jackson had one, and he did all kinds of things with his. Played by MJ's Bubbles, yeah. That wasn't a chimp, that was a marmoset. Okay. It's portrayed by an actor in a suit using practical effects combined with some CGI.
That's crazy. That's crazy how good it looks. Came from Burma.
This was kind of your. This got a little bit more cred after I'd watched the last two shockingly bad trailers.
Saving Grace, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Because if we didn't get Scream, that would have been most of the trailers. Scream and Stranger Things today. That would have been all the trailers. So, oh yes, is this one? Yeah, Send Help. This is Sam Raimi's new film. This is out in January. It stars Dylan. I was supposed to say Dylan McBride. The guy from Maze Runner. What are you laughing at, Pete? This trailer was cracking. But that image you put on there, I'm looking at the face, and all I can see is, what's the guy from Under Siege? He had the stroke or something. I think he's got a dodgy eye now. Steven Seagal.
No, the baddie from Under Siege. Someone help us. I think he did Big Brother or something, and he went mental and was talking, can we talk about sausages? Let's talk about sausages. Why aren't we talking about buttered sausages? Or something. He was
Gary Busey?
Yep, that's the fella.
It looks like Gary Busey.
It looks like Gary Busey.
How dare you, Peter?
I don't know why.
Rachel McAdams is great. She's not like this looks fun. This looks interesting. So this is sort of like Misery meets Castaway, I think was the pitch that they gave when this was announced. But it's about Rachel McAdams plays a kind of abused sort of secretary for this corporation, and so Fuzzy, help me out. Dylan something, the guy from Maze Runner. His last name is escaping me, but he's the kind of dickhead CEO, and they're on some business trip and their plane crashes, and it's just him and her left, and so the kind of roles switch around where she's the survivalist, and it looks like she's like gonna abuse him back in some way in it anyway. Looks very cool. Like I'm digging the vibes of it. Looks really fun and interesting. There'll be some good performances in it, I think.
Do you think the trailers tell them everything? or do you think we're going to get some kind of
some danger on the island that we don't know about? Surely,
monsters on the island, or some kind of creature, or something like that.
It's Sam Raimi, so I mean, it could be a witchy thing, a tribe, or something. Maybe a cannibal holocaust kind of thing, or something like that. I'm sure there'll be. There's some dangerous force, I'm sure, involved in this. Whether that's supernatural or not, we'll find out. But I mean, that'd be a cool twist. I'd be excited to see that.
Yeah. I thought it was a really good trailer. Enjoyed it. So again, that was a good one. I'd watch that.
Definitely intrigued. Stranger Things. We just got this today. The final trailer, I assume. It's out next month for season 5. Suitably epic, I think.
Yeah. I thought this was great. Can't wait for this. Very, very excited. The trailer, I don't think gave away too much.
Yeah.
But did enough to get us excited. The end of the trailer in particular just looked superb.
Will and Vecna together, that was pretty cool. I was a big fan of the sequence where it's all the Cannibal Holocaust is a famous cannibal movie from the 70s. Fuzzy, you made that up.
Fact check, Fuzzy. Get in.
One last time.
Best trailer ever.
Soundtrack is great, I thought, as well. Yeah,
great pick of song. Yeah,
definitely. I was a big fan of the sequence where the Demogorgons are like attacking the kind of military base. That was really cool as well. So looks like we're gonna have an action-packed, emotional.
Linda Hamilton's in it as well, isn't she?
She is. Yeah, she's. I assume she's like leading the military base or something like that. So the stakes seem very high in it. It looks great. So I'm stoked for this now. I'm really excited.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Here we are, Pete.
Did you I'm hearing some weird noises. I don't know if it's coming from my house or yours.
There's a bike, I think, outside.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah. Did you pop in your pants when this came out?
I think I literally went, eek.
Yeah, I would imagine you did.
I
imagine you did.
So we got a first trailer for Scream 7. Shows quite a bit, but I think based on what we know from casting and stuff like that, there's a lot of the movie that they're hiding. But so like we get look. I assume the opening kind of kill of the movie. It's Stu Macher's house, and it's being used as like an Airbnb.
I love that.
Like it's kind of dedicated to shrine. I love that idea as well. I thought that was really clever. Yeah. And Ghostface kills the people that rented it and burns it down. So like the kind of theme of this is like he's kind of cleaning shop. He wants to rid of kind of references to the Stab movies or the other Scream movies. There was a line that he says on the phone to Sydney of where we grew up. So he's obviously from Woodsboro as well. So that this is a character's purpose. I presume this is a revenge thing, and this is going to tie into one of the murders from like the previous movies. I think the set pieces look really cool. I love that Sydney named her daughter Tatum, a bit after Tatum from Scream 1. I thought that was really cool. Like I was so much Ghostface in this as well. I think they made a point in the trailer of like, I'm not hiding anymore. It's like he's going to be much more forward and on screen a lot more. I absolutely love the look of this. Love the tone that they're going for. I'm very, very excited.
This almost felt more like an action movie to me. There was tons of action in the trailer, which I really liked. I thought this looked great. I am worried there's a lot of people being crammed into it. Mm-hmm. And I am worried, as I've said to you many, many times before, and I know I'll get shot down in the comments, we're on Scream 7 now. I could do with it not being linked to Sydney and whatnot. It's getting a bit silly that, your mum banged my husband who looked after my friend's dog, who was the auntie of a cousin who, slipped on a banana peel and now I'm going to kill you for it. It's like, wow. It's getting very tenuous in terms of why all of these killers are coming back. We've talked a lot. Matthew Lillard is obviously in it. I agree with Sorrel. It feels a bit too obvious that he's going to be the main killer. But yeah, we'll see.
Stu?
We'll see.
I would have absolutely no problem if they just said, fuck the whodunit, it's Stu, and we know it's Stu the whole time. I'd be perfectly happy with that. And that's entirely possible. I'm still very much on the side of this is going to be some kind of play into AI in films and deep faking and stuff like that. I think that's what they're going for, because there's so many dead characters coming back for it. I don't see how else you do that. I mean, the little tease at the end of the Stu saying this is going to be fun, I just thought that was just a great way to end it as well. And it was amazing. I was going through the comments on various kind of posts of the trailer. I was surprised how many people didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's been everywhere, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened after Scream 3. The last 4 aren't my Scream films. The last one was pretty good, Fuzzy. I enjoyed the last one.
I would say, they're all good. I think there's no bad Scream movie, but I think like 5 is incredible. 6 I really loved as well as like away from Sydney, a separate thing. But also keep in mind that the reason Sydney's in this is because of the real life controversies.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason we're getting this story. But I'm happy to see her back and like to see how this ties into the other ones. It does seem like
I think Gail and Sydney should have been bumped off.
I'm sick of Gail. I don't need her. I felt like she should have died in the last one, to be honest. Yeah. But also I'm interested. Like it seems like this one is not related to movies. Like Ghostface isn't making any movie references. So I'm curious what the like rules of this one are going to be, or if they're even doing that at all. Like maybe it's just more of a traditional slasher movie. Like we'll see. But
it's a good trailer. It certainly got us excited. Not as excited as you, obviously.
I'm creaming myself, man. I'm so stoked, and it's very soon. It's February, so like we're only too much information, was it? We're only 4 months away. So yeah, I'm great. Gail can go. Oh, sorry, I think Sydney will die in this one, saving her daughter. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Yeah. Gail can go, but Sydney is great. I think one of them has to die.
I would be very happy for Gail to die, because I think, and I'll be happy for Sydney to just move on and live her life. It's like I said, for me personally, it's getting silly, it being so linked tenuously to her all the time. Just continue on with a different killer or something.
Well, I think because you do see there's a sequence of Joel McHale, who is Sydney's husband, that he's playing, getting attacked by Ghostface, and it looks like maybe getting killed by Ghostface. So that's like a point of no return thing. I wouldn't be surprised if like by the end of Sydney's story she's kind of like, this is going to keep happening over and over again because it's happened 7 times now. So maybe I'll just die. Like I'll sacrifice myself.
Do you not think we're going to get it?
Deal with it.
Do you not think I don't think we've had it. You're the expert, James. You'll tell us otherwise. I don't think we've had like a Halloween Jamie Lee Curtis moment where all of a sudden she goes badass and she's training to be a kind of a fighter. I know we've had her locked in a house and stuff, but I do wonder if they'll go down that route, that Sydney becomes kind of like she hunts Ghostface kind of thing.
Yeah, I think 5 had elements of that because that came after Halloween 2018, and then Scream 3, she's definitely like more like she's kind of more secluded. And it like has guns and locks her house, bolts her doors a lot. But not to the extent of Jamie Lee Curtis anyway. Which, if anything, she should, because Jamie Lee Curtis got attacked once 40 years ago, and she gets attacked.
Get over it, woman. Get over it.
5 years. So yeah, like I'm just very curious where this is going, and yeah, like we said, there's various characters that we know are going to be in this that we don't see in what context. So really, really, really excited for this, and I'm looking what I'm seeing.
I quite like that as well, Chris. I've said that before about certain franchises. All of the stuff that someone like Sydney's gone through in 7 Scream movies has got to fuck you up. So to have them twist or break or something is quite interesting, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know that someone did that and to not good results, I think, you know. I mean, I think the idea of Ghostface here is sick of the movies and sick of this happening over and over again. And like, I think burning Stu's house is like symbolic of let's be done with this. You know, it all ends here kind of thing. So like it being someone from a previous movie that's like, I don't like how this has been sensationalized. I'm going to destroy all that. And that makes sense, you know. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot I was in control of the slides. Reviews. So we had our first episode of Welcome to Derry. I have now watched it as well. Sorry, Fuzzy. If you were a friend of Sydney, wouldn't you just stay away from her? That's actually a line in the trailer. Someone says of like everyone around you just dies for being your friend. Would hate her to be Ghostface. Gail. Yeah, for some like she's various. There's other movies I think it would have made more sense to make her Ghostface than this one after this long. But you know.
Oh, you have no idea, Sorrel, of the depths James goes to. In terms of his theories on screen.
Oh man, you go back to any trailer, you can pull out details that give it away. Like if you ever think of like who's being killed and why and how, like how did Ghostface know this person lived there? He must go to college with them. How does like it all ties in together. Underestimating it, Sorrel. I think these are clever movies. Anyway, Welcome to Derry. So we got our first episode. This was surprising.
Batshit crazy.
This
Wasn't
is
it?
wild.
Flying baby pooped out of a foof in the car. Batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't even know where to start with it. But we'll start with the opening sequence. Like, we obviously got an opening Pennywise kill. I think the one from the movie, the 2017 movie, is so iconic. Like seeing a kid getting his arm bitten off was quite horrific. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that felt like a big step of what you can show happen to kids on movies. This just throws that, like, you see the bash thing fly through his head, basically, out of the car window. But yeah, it's a kid in the cinema, and he gets in like a car. He's somehow being abused at home or something. We've not really found that part out yet. And he gets in a car with a family, and then it goes weird, Pennywise-y. And the mom gives birth to. I thought it was going to be a little Pennywise.
Yeah, sort of that.
Yeah, but it's a little winged bash baby creature thing, and he kills the kid, and then that comes in later on as well. Some really good scares in this. I felt like I thought the faces on the lamp was a really freaky moment. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, the talking into the bathtub was like a cool moment as well. And then, like, I think the end sequence with this in the cinema with the kid showing up on the screen was great as well.
Wasn't expecting. I mean, I was pleased because I have to say my negativity, my only negative thing about the episode, because I loved it. I have to be honest, I really did enjoy it. Was one of the kids was already starting to get on my tits. So not the one with the weird hair, the quiff thing going on. I've modelled my hair on him tonight.
Oh, the little one.
Yeah, the other kid was getting on my tits.
Right.
Yeah, he was irritating. But I wasn't expecting the amount of death at the end of the episode.
I mean, it clears up. It sets up that these four kids are going to be the main characters, and they kill three of them at the end. You know, this is wild. Like, because they're the friend, they're connected to the kid from the beginning. They're like, they feel bad. They have like a storyline that's being set up, and then that just disappears when they get killed. So there's just a massacre in the cinema where the bat thing like rips them apart. Like, you literally see one of them slam into a window, and like his head gets crushed. One of them gets ripped in half. There's a little, like, I think 7 or 8 year old girl even that's involved in that. I am really happy that the main girl is the main character of the show, it seems. So she's, I think, relatively safe. She was my favorite of them anyway. And it looks like the cinema owner's daughter is going to be probably the lead character. We know that the army guy, that kind of storyline, he has a son, so I assume that son is he's on posters. He's going to be a main character as well. But just very, very spicy. And like, I think even though Pennywise isn't physically in this episode, like in Pennywise form, I think you feel that presence there. Like, there's the smile shows up in things. You know, you get that kind of whimsical music in moments as well. I'm enamored by this. I'm loving it, and I love that, like, because it's a new thing. We don't know how any of this is going to go. Any character can die at any moment. I think that's a really cool element as well. Yeah.
No, I thought it was excellent. I thought it was really good. Sorrel's just saying the guy driving the army truck was the guy from the Shining Hotel.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a few crossover things, like we know that there's a Shawshank prison van in it at some point as well.
Yeah. No, I thought this was cracking. Really enjoyed it. I hadn't realised Sorrel saying that the next episode is out tomorrow. Didn't realise it was 2 episodes this week.
No, so it's Friday in America. And we don't get it till Sunday night. It's a couple of days delay here, so we're not going to get it until the normal time. But it's a Halloween day for America. That's annoying because everything else is usually 2 a.m. on the day that it shows. Thing. So I'm loving it. I just can't wait till Pennywise shows up, honestly. Like, but I'm really loving the characters the characters that they've set up for it. Some of the other storylines look interesting. I think the army, kind of him dealing with, like, he gets attacked by Russian spies or something like that at some point. So I'm like, what's going to go on there? I
mean, I know obviously it's the horror element focusing on Pennywise and stuff. I did like the narrative of the racism and things that was going on as well. I thought that was quite interesting.
And that's going to play more into it when they settle into the town as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But it also just shows, like, Stephen King, even though this is Stephen King had minimal involvement in this, I assume, like, there's just some nasty ass people in Stephen King's universes with the kids in the school and everything, like, where they're making fun of her dad dying, like, with the pickle juice jars and stuff. I'm just like, you bastards, like, it's terrible.
There was a funny line as well, and I don't know if it was just the exaggerations of the kids and stuff, but they said the link to the pickle in some regards was that his body had been found in pickle jars across the town. But she didn't really describe that when she was telling what had happened to him. So I
No,
don't
I
know if
thought
that
it was a pickling factory or pickle
no,
jar
yeah.
factory
So
or something like
the way she described the story was he fell into the pickling whatever and
that.
died.
Yeah, grinder. And
But then at some point in the episode, someone makes reference to the fact that parts of his body were found in pickle jars all across the town. So, like I say, I don't know. I don't know if that was meant to be a hint at something, or if that was just meant to be kids are making shit up. Do you know what I mean? Did anybody else clock that, or was maybe I hallucinating? I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you remember that reference.
Sounds like a thing you would remember though coming out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorrel is right. I think it's the showrunner has said don't like expect him in early.
Yeah,
like it's going to be later on, and it's going to be like he'll show up right at the end of an episode, and then next one. But I'm stoked for that. Just more Bill Skarsgård Pennywise. It's great.
That's interesting. Didn't want to play Pennywise again. So
Well, do you remember they announced that he wasn't going to be in it?
Yeah.
For a while, and then like we were just like, don't even do the show then if you're not going to have him.
Yeah,
in it.
don't
So,
bother.
like, yeah, but like there's other scary stuff like this episode, none of him in it, but it was great.
Yeah.
So so I think off to a great start. Just hoping like Alien this doesn't like drop the ball at the ending. I just hope it's just consistently good. I would appreciate that. If we got one that was just stellar the whole way through.
Absolutely.
You haven't had a chance to see this yet.
No,
I've seen it. So
seen this
I'll do no spoilers. Good Boys. So this is the movie we talked about it a few episodes ago when kind of the trailer was going viral and stuff. So the whole movie is from the perspective of a dog, and the camera kind of just follows the dog around while his owner is sort of going through a haunting kind of situation. It's very short. It's like 80. It's not even. It's 78 minutes or something like that. It's like not even an hour 20. But like it's actually kind of refreshing, I think, to sit through a movie that just didn't like it never dragged. I think every scene needs to be in there. I was so impressed by just the dog, like how well trained it is, and like how like it is. The dog feels very emotive in every moment of the movie. So like God knows how that was like to film. But I really like the story. I thought it was just a very interesting like take on something. Like it really does play into the dog can see things and the owner can't kind of thing. The presences that you feel there. It is very, I thought it would be more subtle with the supernatural stuff. It is very in your face and very there.
Okay.
You're seeing a lot of stuff, which was surprising. But like, yeah, I thought it was really just beautiful. Heartbreaking in moments as well. Stellar. I'd really highly recommend this one.
Does the dog die at the end then?
I'm not going to tell you that. That'd be a spoiler.
You
can Google if you want to. But yeah, it's great.
Sorrel saying it's so good, really liked it. I like Pennywise being in all these different forms, perfectly describes it. Yeah, that's a good point. All the voices being overlaid annoyed us. I'm scared in case the dog dies, yeah. Sorrel, the dog's safe, don't worry, the dog's safe. There we go. Good movie, well worth a watch. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Give it a watch. It's great. It's great and quick, breezy. Definitely highly recommend that. So while we were in Manchester, Peter, you brought me as a little treat to see Inside Number 9 Stage Fright.
Yeah.
So this is only the second horror stage thing I've ever seen. I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal, like really amazing. I thought it was so impressive how I was like actually shivering in terror at certain moments in this. Like it was very scary. Like the back half of it, there's a really clever thing with like a camera recording live on the stage with a projector and stuff like that, and the way they worked out into the story. I just love that like all of the sequences take place on a stage kind of, so like it's kind of there's a it makes sense in that way. I love the back half, the vibes of the back half of it, like when you come back from intermission and you have like this kind of like zany like kind of low budget B movie being made or whatever. I thought that was really cool. It was funny. I was laughing throughout it. Yeah. This was stellar. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen it twice now, obviously, and I'll go and see it again. I love it. One of the key things in it is the sequence at the first half where basically they get a local celebrity on stage who's given absolutely minimal instruction as to what's going to happen, and it's all improv basically. So when we were there, we kind of predicted, or James predicted, that it was going to be someone from Coronation Street, and it absolutely
I think I literally said it's probably that guy from Coronation,
Yeah.
the guy that works in the knicker factory. Yeah,
and he was good. He was all right.
He was great.
He was good. But I don't know if you've been noticing any of the press about it. They had Basil Brush do it. Do you know Basil Brush, the hand puppet? Boom,
yeah.
boom. Basil Brush did it.
Fucking
Could you
loved
imagine?
that. I would have loved that. That'd be all over that shit if the fucking puppet comes out. Like, how do you even do that? Do you have him like on a chair with a mirror? Or
Well, the
something
bit
so
where he
you
comes down the
behind him?
stairs. How do you kill Basil Brush?
You just
So,
throw the puppet. I think that'd have been even funnier. Yeah. That'd be great.
Superb,
Yeah.
superb. Great
Yeah,
show,
brilliant.
great show. Recommend
Definitely.
you seeing it if you can.
100%. Yeah. Black Phone 2. So we both had a chance to see this. You're a fan of the first one?
I love the first one, but I love the first one before I saw the film. So I'm a big fan of Joe Hill, who's the writer of this, who is Stephen King's son, and he wrote the short story Black Phone in one of he's done a couple of anthology books, and I loved the story in that book. They've beefed it up a bit for the movie, and then to get a sequel, I was like, I didn't really expect to see a sequel to this, I have to be honest.
Yeah, neither was I. But like as soon as the trailers came out, I was like, "Oh, this is I'm loving the vibes of this. I'm loving the kind of Freddy Krueger-ness of it." And I think that's what stood out to me. It is very Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, and I like how like the ramifications of what happened in the first one, like, and how the trauma of that has stayed with the characters. I thought that was a really cool thing to explore. I was surprised how little Ethan Hawke was like in it until really close to the end of the movie. Like even the halfway point, he's you see him once and he has one line or something like that, and it's like it's not even a real, it's a dream sequence or a vision. But just like when he comes into it, it's great. I was surprised by some of the characterization of him in that, like the zombie kind of thing with it was really cool and interesting. They do the same thing with the mask again, where it changes like depending on his expression. I thought that was great. Yeah, just had an absolute blast. Like more actiony, I would say, definitely as well. Like the last, that was particularly at the end. Like the sister character, I thought was really the standout for me in this one as well. And cool the way it tied into like the mom. You hear in the first one, the mom died before, and like they kind of link back to that. And I thought that was really cool as well.
So I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a great addition. We often get kind of stuff about, is a sequel necessary and all the rest of it, but actually I thought this was nice. I think it flowed well. I love the character of the grabber, who's the Ethan Hawke character. I think you could spin him off into loads more stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest. What they've turned him into in this film is basically Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's literally Freddy.
Literally dream world kind of guy. Yeah.
So I love that element of it. I think you could do all kinds of stuff with that. It's a really interesting film because when we came out of it, my wife said to us, she didn't feel like she'd been watching a horror. It was more murder mystery kind of thing. There are some horror elements in it. Yeah. I think there's some gruesome deaths from some of the children and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know what she meant. It did feel more like a drama of looking for bodies and things. And
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think it's a worthy addition to the kind of the franchise. I'd like to see more in this universe. Maybe it's not necessarily. Well, no, I'm intrigued by the brother and sister's psychic powers now as well.
Yeah.
I
just thought it was cool to see how they've evolved from like being young kids as well into like teenagers. The way he like kind of like gets into fights in school, I thought was kind of interesting as well. Do you know like the kid that kind of fancies the girl? Is he in the first one? Do you remember?
I think he is in it because it's his brother is one of the kids that comes to the main lad.
They mention that, don't they? That the grabber got the brother or something.
Yeah. The first film's great. This one I really enjoyed as well. I do struggle to label them as horror. The more spooky. Fuzzy's asking mysteries. Fuzzy's asking, is it scary? I don't know that I would call it scary. The first one either.
No, it's atmospheric, but I can't recall a jump scare, particularly any jump scares in it really. There's some really cool. I really loved and again, this might be from the first one, but I can't remember. Using kind of like 8mm film grain and stuff to depict dream sequences. I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed that kind of element. So like, just as I was watching the movie, I was just like, "That's so cool. This is so cool." Just really cool creative choices made throughout it. Yeah,
no, it was good. It's good. Worth a watch.
Yeah. Right. So we're winding down, Peter. It is in fact Halloween tomorrow. In just a couple of hours. Yeah, didn't know. So on my screen the thing's not changed. Has it changed on yours?
Change
to the Halloween.
It's
Halloween?
got a happy Halloween with some pumpkin
Yes.
heads
Okay.
on
Yeah.
it.
My screen is freezing now. Can you control the slides because my screen is frozen completely?
You've frozen as well.
I frozen on it. Great. Just while I'm doing my spiel, of course, this will happen. Yes, there we go. So I thought I've been watching a lot of like Treehouse of Horror recently, and it just kind of got me thinking about like Halloween specials for like different TV shows. You often have like a lot of the time highlight of some of those shows is for me the Halloween episode or the horror episode.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of take a look at some of like to talk about some of your favorites or some of our favorites. I have a couple that you'd mentioned later. Son of a bitch, my computer is fucking loading. Did the next slide come up?
I've moved it on.
Okay. Yeah, so these are some of mine. I'm a huge fan of That 70s Show, and I think the best episode of that show, and genuinely one of my favorite shows in all of television. It's an episode called...
Never seen an episode.
It's so good. I fuck Friends and Big Bang Theory. Like, That 70s Show is the best, my favorite sitcom of all time. But so there's an episode called Too Old to Trick or Treat, Too Young to Die, and it's a Halloween episode, and it is kind of a parody of Hitchcock movies. So every character storyline is reflecting a different one. So there's like a Rear Window one with one of the characters. Ashton Kutcher's one is kind of a psycho thing. Yeah, they're all in kind of Halloween costumes as well. It's really fun, really great episode. Like, I love it. Vertigo, I think, is referencing it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think the best episode of that show, and like one of my favorite episodes of anything. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You familiar?
Yeah,
you watch any of it? Yeah. So I think probably my favorite episode of that show is a Halloween episode. It's not very spooky, but it's like, isn't it? They challenge the kind of the captain and Jake challenge each other to like a heist or something like that.
Yeah,
and it's like he has to get the keys off. I just thought it was really clever and like elaborate the way that he kind of goes about it. I thought that was really fun. Are you familiar with Kenan and Kel?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon show?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of it when you were...
A little bit. I watched it because my kids watched a little bit of it. Never did anything for us.
Yeah. I loved it as a kid, but it wasn't a Halloween thing, but it was a horror thing that they did. It was called Two Heads Are Better Than None. And it's not like filmed like a sitcom, it's filmed like a movie. And it's like the Rogers, like Kenan's family are going on a vacation, and Kel tags along. And they like encounter the Headless Horseman.
All right.
So like they go to like a spooky mansion, and you know the guy from Hills of Eyes, there was that Fiddle of a Horror last year, the year before, the bald guy. He's in it. It's like it gets really dark. Like there's references to like people like in the scene where they're eating. It's like implied that it's people that they're being eaten. Like it got really dark. It was genuinely like there's jump scares in it. It was terrifying as a kid watching it. But I loved it. Like again, I think another early thing that got me into horror. Very obscure, and I don't think it's even on YouTube. I think it's really hard to find it. But I remember every Halloween they show it on Nickelodeon, and I'd be excited that it's coming back to watch it. You know, back before you could record things. So yeah, like I recommend if anyone can find that, check it out. It is really good. It's like an hour 15 or something like that. It's great. And then Modern Family, I think, has a really great Halloween episode as well. You know, where they're trying to do the best spooky house. I thought that was a good one as well.
I totally lost Modern Family. We used to watch it religiously, and then I just kind of stopped watching it for some reason.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but I used to love Modern Family. Yeah.
So one of the ones you recommended, we've talked about this a few times now, Ghost Watch.
Yeah, this is from back in the day. This is, like you say, I've talked about this lots of times. Interesting to know if anybody in the chat's watched this. This is Ghost Watch with good old Michael Parkinson. It was set up as a real kind of live show, which it wasn't. It was pre-recorded and all the rest of it. But basically where they had specialists in a haunted house. And I just remember being absolutely terrified by it. Again, not by the overt jump scares, stuff in your face and all that kind of stuff, but it was kind of like the filming in the sitting room and there's patio doors, and as the camera pans to look at the family, you see the reflection of the ghost Pipes, I think he was called, in the split second when it pans, which I just found terrifying. And they do that three or four times. And then there's a bit where someone gets, I think one of the kids or someone is going in to they're under stairs in the film, and she's saying, "Oh look, when you touch the pipes here, the stone cold," and all of a sudden the door slams shut, and she starts screaming from inside and stuff. Just superbly done. This is without a shadow of a doubt, I think, where they got this inspiration for Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
Because it's very similar in some of the beats it does and things. It ends with basically the ghost taking over the studio and staring directly into the camera kind of thing. And yeah, just superb. Very, very good. Very good show.
Yeah. I still haven't watched the whole thing. I've seen bits of it. I've not watched the whole thing through myself.
I mean, I don't know if it stands up. Do you know what I mean? This is from the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it stands up, but certainly back in the day, it's like the ghost and goblin version of War of the Worlds. It at the time, it kind of set people a chatting because people thought it was real.
It was real,
Yeah.
I love that. I love when they pull stuff like that.
Yeah.
God, no, Moscow Sausage for years. Very good 90s nostalgia.
Yeah. So this next one's another one of mine. This is Inside number 9.
Can you take me through what this? I've seen this. I'm certain I've seen this, and I remember loving it. Just take us through the setup for what this was.
So this was again another one of their live, and this literally was a live show. They've done a few very good kind of twists. One thing Inside number 9 does very well is it always has some element of surprise in it. So this was supposed to be a live episode. And you're following the live episode as it goes on, and then things start to go wrong, and the production basically halts, and you get the kind of the screen where it says we've got a problem with the show, blah blah blah. It then does a really interesting bit where it cuts to the main people behind Inside number 9 who are in the dressing room, and they're talking, saying this is fucking ridiculous, we're live, and they don't realise they're on camera. Very interestingly, they then get a text from one of the other guys who's from the League of Gentlemen with them saying, "Do you idiots realise you're on screen?" He genuinely thought that they didn't
There's
know.
a fuck up. And
so they respond to it and stuff like that. But one of the interesting things to do throughout this, so you've picked this image, James, you might not understand it, but this is from one of the first episodes in season 1 called the heist or the stakeout. It's basically the scene from, do you know the live show where they said they're going to go and rob a guy's painting? This is the episode where they go to. So this is aired. This is aired before. Basically, it's just like I've described with Ghostwatch. The BBC or whatever then said, because there's been a problem, we're going to air one of the best episodes of the show, and they put this on. But then the character in the background there isn't in the original film, the original show. So they've imposed images in the original film, and you're watching it thinking, hang on a minute, that's not...
That wasn't their last... Yeah. That's how I know this.
Gets closer and...
Love it.
Just, again, just another great
the spotlight
episode.
turns on and off, isn't it?
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah. That was great. The hair raised when I watched that,
It's just another great episode.
And then I think like King, someone mentioned it in the comments earlier. I think it was Fuzzy. Truth of Horror is surely the best. I think like in terms of a Halloween special, as iconic as it gets, some of the best episodes of Simpsons are in those. I've been going and watching I was kind of going through the older ones, the newer ones recently, and like there's somewhere decent, like they riff off of more recent stuff like Parasite or whatever. But those like early ones were so classic, like the Groundskeeper Willie Freddy Krueger thing was so cool. Like Flanders is the Devil was great, but my favorite one was this one, is the Raven. So it's Barsh as the Raven and Homer and it's Edgar Allan Poe reading with James Earl Jones going over it, and I know every word of that poem because of this. My favorite poem because of this episode. I just love like the rhythm of it, of how James Earl Jones speaks it. I just thought it was really cool. Seeing it visualized in this way was really cool as well. So I think this is like Treehouse of Horror 3 or 4. It was definitely a really early one. And then the one that everyone kind of says is the best one is Treehouse of Horror 5. That's got the Shining one with Homer. It's like all work and no play make Homer or something. Like it's a good one. Do you have any favorite kind of segments or episodes from Treehouse of Horror?
No, I don't remember them in detail, to be perfectly honest. I just know that this plays to, I've mentioned it many a time, I love an anthology. I love short stories. So this is right up my street in terms of Simpsons. I remember watching them, and I've not watched any of the new Simpsons for Christ, maybe 5-10 years. So I don't know what it's like now. But certainly some of those early ones were absolutely classic. So love them.
The Treehouse of Horrors have strayed a bit from horror like one of them was an Into the Spider-Verse kind of thing.
Okay.
So rather than directly ripping ones, and then there's every few seasons there's a Treehouse of Horror Presents, so it's an entire episode on one thing, but it's not
Right,
it's not the Treehouse of Horror of the season.
Yeah.
It's just like a random anthology horror thing. And one of them was I think it was a Godzilla one or something like that. It was pretty good. So yeah, I mean I think they're all categorized on Disney Plus now in its own section. So like I would recommend that. Like I jumped back to season 11, 12. And I was just like, this is the shit now. These are the good ones, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember being excited every Halloween coming around for the what's the new Treehouse of Horror going to be. You know, that was always great.
Very cool. Very cool.
So that is the show. Have any more comments there before we?
No, the guys are just chatting amongst themselves
Chatting among
about
themselves.
Funkos and things like that.
Okay.
No problem. With that.
Zack Snyder done it again. Posted a picture of Ben Affleck. This is my Batman. Well, at least he said "my" this time. You know, so it's his Batman. That's fine. He can have his opinion. Thank you everybody so much for watching. You know, like we love doing this and we're happy to do it until another Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, tomorrow we will have a new episode of I'll Be Right Back on the original Halloween. I'm just finishing editing on that at the moment.
I'm gonna get some shit on there.
You should. You deserve well-deserved shit, Pete. Slagging it. It's Halloween, an absolute masterpiece, classic. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna slag you. I'm gonna slag you in the title. Idiot says he doesn't like Halloween or something. You know. Spoilers for the episode.
It's just boring, isn't it, man? But anyway,
it's okay. Well,
anyway, Mr. Keegan, I've got a turtle head poking out. So, is there anything you want to add before we go?
we only get to say this once a year, but you know, Peter, it's Halloween, so I think everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Ooh.